Pulp and paper industry employs millions of workers all over the world. This industry is one of the most important. Paper products are widely used in offices, trade centers, and households. Every day, we are surrounded by pulp and paper-based products. Papers are used to make different kinds of printings, books, notebook, drawing book, toilet paper, wallpaper, posters, calendar, paper money, cigarette box, food and beverages package, and many more. Around 50% of paper produced in a year is used as wrap and packages. The use of paper had been known since thousands of years ago. Ancient Egyptians used papyrus to make ropes, mats, baskets, sandals, and writing papers. While in the eastern part of the world, it is said that bamboo fiber-based paper had been known since Han Dynasty around 200 years before Christ. The use of paper then spread it to all over the world. The invention of paper certainly helped the spread of printing material and writing tradition. Thanks to the invention of paper, human civilization then was familiar with books, newspaper, and libraries. As the global population grew, the demand of paper also grew. In 2010, the global consumption of paper reached 400 million tons. Pulp and paper industry centers tried to meet the demand. Scandinavian countries, America, and also Canada were the world's pulp and paper industry centers. Since mid-1950s, the pulp and paper industries gradually moved to Asia, especially China and Japan. The pulp and paper industry started to shut their mills in northern part of the world and moved them to Asian countries, including Indonesia. There were two main reasons that encouraged the shift. First, the pulp and paper industries needed to secure their source of raw material. Indonesia has vast landmass which enable the development of industrial timber estate. Planting woods in the industrial timber estate in tropical countries are much cheaper and favorable. The woods can be harvested in 7 to 10 years. While if the woods were planted in non-tropical forests, it would take at least 30 years to be able to harvest them. It means that the pulp and paper industry in Indonesia had been benefited by the availability of cheap raw material. The second factor that encouraged the shift was the low labor costs in Asia. My name is Dina Septi. I will invite you to take a quick glance at the pulp and paper industries in Indonesia and take a closer look at the labor situation in this industry. This old building is the oldest paper mill in Indonesia. It is located in Padalarang, West Java. It was built in 1923 by a Dutch company, NV Papier Fabrik Nijmegen. This paper mill produced 3,000 tons writing and printing paper per year, especially to meet the demand of Dutch East Indies administration. Soon after Indonesian independence, in 1957, the company was nationalized, and up until today, it still operates as a state-owned company. Until early 1970s, there were only 7 paper mills in Indonesia. The paper industries rapidly developed during the period of 1974 to 1984. The number of paper mills during that period increased to 33. The production capacity also rapidly grew from 60,000 tons to 606,000 tons per year. However, the most striking expansion happened in the end of 1980s. The new paper mills were built in Sumatra and Kalimantan, 2 islands with the largest natural tropical forest in Indonesia. Indonesia's pulp and paper industries have expanded rapidly to push the country into the ranks of the world's top 10 producers. In 2010, pulp production reached 7 million tons, and paper production increased to 10.5 million tons. At the same year, pulp and paper products generated 5.7 billion US dollar in export earnings. The industry accounts for approximately 1% of Indonesia's GDP. In 2010, the industry provided approximately 250,000 jobs. It is almost impossible talking about Indonesian pulp and paper industries without mentioning two giants in these industries, Raja Garuda Mas and Sinarmas Group. Both giants control around 73% of pulp production capacity and almost 40% of national paper production capacity. Raja Garuda Mas business ranges from agro-industry to oil palm as well as pulp and paper. Raja Garuda Mas is controlled by Sukanto Tanoto, who started his timber mining in early 1970s. In pulp and paper industries, Raja Garuda Mas or Asia Pacific Resources International operates through its subsidiary, PT Riau Andalan Pulp and Paper. As reported by Forbes, in 2012, Sukanto Tanoto's wealth approximately reached 2.8 billion US dollar. The biggest competitor of Raja Garuda Mas is Sinarmas Group, who also operates in many business lines, from finance, telecommunication, property, palm oil, and of course pulp and paper. The founder and owner of this group is Eka Ciptawijaya. He is one of the most richest men in Indonesia. His wealth reached 8 million US dollar. Pulp and paper industry has been generating wealth for Sukanto Tanoto and the family of Eka Ciptawijaya. And it is true that Indonesian pulp and paper industry has been generating large export earning for Indonesia. However, there is one thing that has never been talked about concerning this industry. That is about 250,000 workers who sustain this industry, and about the workers who work in the estates and pulp and paper mills. We will meet some of them. We will listen to their observation about their working condition, the freedom to assembly, outsourcing employment relation, and also wage.
Kondisi kerja kami sana cukup dari situasi baik, artinya jam kerja normal 8 jam, sistem kerja ada yang non-shift, regular, ada yang shift, yang sesuai dengan aturan-aturan perburuan di negara Indonesia.
Nah, tentang kondisi kebebasan berserikat bisa dilihat seperti begini. Kalau itu adalah normatif boleh terbentuknya serikat seperti begitu untuk perusahaan pulp dan kertasnya, tidak ada masalah karena serikat terbentuk. Nah, sekarang persoalannya adalah ketika dia menjalankan serikat, di sini muncul beberapa kendala, seperti mengalami kesulitan untuk melakukan tugas-tugas serikat pada saat jam kerja, gitu, karena beberapa pengurus juga mengalami dikurangi cutinya, gitu, seperti begitu ya.
Baik, kalau masalah upah, saya pikir seluruh serikat pekerja anggota kita rata-rata yang, karena kita setiap tahun selalu berdiskusi masalah upah, berbicara tentang upah minimum. Saya kira di industri pulp kertas ini upah minimum itu hampir rata-rata sudah di atas gitu. Kita sudah tidak lagi berbicara tentang upah minimum. Di sebagian, tapi masih ada yang 1-2 perusahaan yang masih membuat standar upah minimum.
ya pekerja yang outsourcing itu bertahap menjadi lebih banyak, sementara pekerja yang status karyawan tetapnya di perusahaan pabrik kertas itu berkurang. Bahkan kalau dulu itu kebanyakan adalah pekerja-pekerja di tingkatan operator misalnya, ini bahkan justru sudah masuk juga ke jenis-jenis pekerjaan seperti information system, sebagainya begitu.
The practices of outsourcing are spreading widely and massively. If you are an outsourced worker, then you are likely to lose your labor rights. You are even likely to lose your job. These people who are passing through in front of the mills are the security guards of PT Tanjung and Lestari. They were outsourced by third party. Not all of their rights are fulfilled. The company failed to cover insurance and to provide self-protection equipment for them. 3 of them had been laid off by their outsourcing company, PT Tangkas Security.
Kami sekarang sudah capek.
After a 1-month strike and after a series of long and exhausting tripartite negotiations, their demands were addressed. The company then re-employed their 3 friends on April 2013, and the company fully paid their wage when they did the strike. Now I will take you to Karawang, one of the most important industrial estates in Indonesia. On March 24, 2014, around 3,000 workers of PT Pindo Delhi held rally and demonstration in front of the mill. They demanded fair wage. Just imagine, they were only paid city minimum wage of 2,447,450 rupiahs per month. That equals with $209 US. Whereas a lot of them had been working for years in that company. In addition, they also rejected the wage discrimination. For the same kind of job, the expatriates receives bigger wage. The next morning, they held another demonstration in front of the regional government office. The regional government then mediated the negotiation between the trade union and PT Pindo Delhi management. The negotiation between workers and PT Pindo Delhi management had come to a dead end. Even worse, 16 unionists had been laid off, and up until today, they are still struggling.
Ada 4 problem utama di pabrik kertas. Yang pertama adalah K3 yang sangat minim sehingga itu berbahaya bagi kondisi kerja untuk semua karyawan. Yang kedua adalah masalah upah, di mana terjadi kesenjangan yang sangat tinggi antara pekerja baru dan pekerja lama, serta pekerja lokal dengan pekerja asing yang ada di perusahaan. Ketiga, permasalahan yang cukup besar adalah berkaitan dengan outsourcing. Hampir semua bagian-bagian penting di perusahaan itu kemudian beralih menjadi sesuatu yang bisa di-outsourcing. Problem keempat adalah berkaitan dengan serikat pekerja. Ketika serikat pekerja sedikit saja bersuara untuk memperjuangkan hal-hal tersebut, dapat dipastikan mereka akan mengalami hambatan yang luar biasa dan bukan tidak mungkin mereka akan dikriminalkan atau dipidanakan.
Pulp and paper industries workers actually just ask for simple and human thing, which are job security and more equitable distribution of welfare in this export-oriented industry which generate large earning for the state. And it is true that the loudest demand of labor movement in Indonesia in the last 2 years has been stop outsourcing against low wages. And the pulp and paper workers, without any doubt, join in this struggle.